Det är speciellt varje gång vi startar en säsong av Allt för Sverige. Lite högtidligt sådär. Jag ser framför mig en gestalt som står riktad mot havet och blivit stående så med blicken mot horisonten i mer än 100 år. Sol, vind och väder har blekt konturerna, men hon eller han står kvar. Det är flera, det är tusentals, 100-tusentals som står vid kusterna och väntar. Väntar på bröder och systrar, älskade vänner, söner och döttrar som en gång ska komma tillbaks. För det måste de väl, förr eller senare. För några av dem kanske det ska hända nu. Om en stund återvänder 10 amerikaner för att söka sina förlorade svenska rötter. Och för en av dem väntar en återförening med den familj som blev lämnad vid ett avsked för så länge sedan. Det blir dags för Allt för Sverige, den 8:e säsongen.
This adventure is definitely for me, but it's also for those that came before me and those that are coming after me. My children. It means everything to be able to go back and find out as much as I can before it's lost.
My father is African American, which means his family was brought over here on slave ships, but they didn't keep really good records of individuals because blacks were seen as chattel. So I'll never find out about my dad's side, but I can find out about my mother's side. So it's very important that, like, if I can find out, I should take this opportunity to do so.
My family isn't huge over here, but I treasure all my family members, and if I could meet my family in Sweden, I just think that would be such an amazing thing.
Congratulations, you are 1 out of 10.
What?
You are going to Sweden.
Boys, come here! Oh, get out of here. No way!
Oh my God, are you serious?
Say hi. Oh my gosh!
I'm going to Sweden!
Shut up! Oh my God!
It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming.
No fucking way! That's crazy. I got my little flag.
Det är dags för våra 10 amerikaner att ge sig ut på ett svindlande äventyr.
It's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Där de genom sina förfäders historia hittar sina rötter.
It's so beautiful, but it's so sad at the same time.
Det blir en resa som kommer att väcka starka känslor.
I know. She would be so proud.
It breaks my heart.
Och förändra deras liv för alltid.
You don't know your history, you don't know yourself.
Men det här är också en tävling.
Well, we have to focus on winning.
Och en efter en kommer de att få åka hem.
This is an opportunity of a lifetime. I want to make it all the way to the end.
You rock too, brother.
För i slutet kan bara en stå som vinnare. Och endast då få återförenas med sin svenska släkt.
This is my Swedish family!
I'm gonna cross the water to get to Sweden, and I'm psyched. It's gonna be awesome.
They left on a boat, I'm starting on a boat. It's one leaving and one coming back. It's just so beautiful.
To be this close to Sweden and to know that I'm going to be stepping foot on the soil that my grandfather walked on is really overwhelming.
Oh my God. I am Swedish. Like, it's in me. I'm ready. Motherland, let's go.
Let's go!
Gotta make an intimate connection with Sweden right off the bat. You're not really truly somewhere until you kiss the ground.
It's all happening. Here we are. We made it.
Hello. Hey!
Oh, we're meeting someone!
So glad to see you. You made it.
I'm so thrilled to be a part of this, and I have no idea where we're going, and I have no idea what we're going to see, and I'm just excited to be along and to be here.
So you're finally here. Although I noticed there's one person missing. Andrew, what happened? Did he fall off the boat or was he pushed?
I think his flight was delayed.
We don't talk about it.
Delayed. Okay. So he won't be here for a while. So we start without him then. You're in the middle of an adventure, a great adventure that started a long time ago when your forefathers made that life-changing decision to break up from everything and set off for a new, uncertain future. Ashley, in your family, one of the emigrants was your mother's father. The name of that emigrant was Magnus Andersson. And 132 years ago, he made that decision, bought that ticket that forever changed the history of your family. And on Midsummer's Day, 1886, his ship passed just outside here. Can you imagine him standing there?
No. I mean,
What do you feel when you think about that you're here?
I can't believe it, and I'm so excited. I want to find out everything. This is insane.
And it's only just begun. Well, Magnus Andersson ended up in Chicago where he changed his name to Charles Anderson.
I'm extremely overwhelmed right now, like just hearing that kind of information. I'm freaking out.
Kyle, your ancestor, Nilla Johannesdotter, her ship passed by just outside here, the 2nd of May, 1829.
When we were on the boat coming here, it was pure like adrenaline and excitement and like, we're going to Sweden, like it's gonna be amazing. And then like, you told me that my ancestors passed through here and it hit me like a truck.
And Dominic,
Oh, no way.
your Swedish ancestor was a real adventurer.
Oh, that's cool.
He was 18 years old when he went to sea.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and his first ship, a steamer called the Pacific. It also
No way.
passed by rest outside here.
So crazy.
It was really emotional. I actually was surprised. I started to feel a little teared up for the other people, learning about their relatives and thinking about the fact that you would be standing there and they would be leaving on the boat forever to be gone. It was very touching.
Are you ready to start?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to Sweden. Or should I say, welcome home. Group hug.
It feels amazing to complete the circle and to come back and see where it all began. It really feels like this adventure started now, for sure.
This trip to me feels like a combination of one of the greatest gifts of my life and also one of the greatest responsibilities. I am the first person in both sides of my family that could close a link that has been broken for over 100 years.
Oh my gosh! Oh, this is it! Oh my gosh!
Look at the pretty flowers right here.
Here it is.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow!
Wow!
Nice. I dig, man. Nice. It's beautiful in here.
Our house is the cutest little beach house I think I've seen in a long time. It's got the little swimming pool in the back and little places to hang out. We're gonna have a good time there.
Look at how cool. This is my bed. This is my bed. Wow.
This is great.
This one's all me, I think.
I think so, man.
Yeah.
You and me, buddy.
Oh, come on. I wanted the top, dude.
Man, this is too good. This is too good.
A guy can come in here as long as he doesn't snore. That's the only rule.
Yeah.
This is a no snoring room. Do you snore?
No.
I don't snore. Even though David just assumed I did.
Oh.
But I have earplugs, though. So cool.
I don't.
No, I'm just kidding.
I lost my passport, so they wouldn't let me on the plane the day I was supposed to fly out. But thankfully, I'm here now.
When Andrew comes running in with all his energy, man, it felt great.
You're all so beautiful. I'm excited
Hi,
to spend
nice to meet you.
That boy he's got some good hyper going on. So we all just bonded it pretty much on the snap of a finger.
It's been a wild ride getting here. I'm so excited to be here with you guys, and this is gonna be wild.
I'm just relieved. I'm relieved that I'm finally here and it's finally starting, and everything I've been learning and preparing and waiting for is finally a reality.
I don't know if I can take many more days like today. This was a pretty crazy day. I have been on an emotional roller coaster, and I'm very happy.
Got going on?
Hey,
Wow.
Is everybody hungry?
Oh, sweet. I was really excited. I've been really excited to try everything here. So the food is a big part of any culture. So I was pretty excited to see all the food.
Yeah, has anyone ever had any of this?
No, I've had this either.
That smells ranch.
Yeah, I've had this.
I might have had
Yes?
some of this stuff, but I don't know if I know the names that they're using here.
At home in America, we do not eat so many foods from tubes.
I'm pretty sure it's for brushing teeth, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
The tubes were a little new, a little freaky, but they were fun. You know, I like them. Have you guys tried the pickled herring? We used to eat this a lot growing up. It's really, really good. Okay, you need to try it.
Just put something suspicious on bread, I'm fine.
Did you think this was smoked?
Oh, that looks suspicious, but I made the commitment.
Yeah, herring's good.
It's interesting to taste a lot of the food here because in many ways, it tastes like the food that my grandparents made that I haven't tasted in decades.
How was it?
It tastes like a smile. It's like a Swedish smile. This is awesome.
Does anyone want to try this
That
down
was
there?
awesome.
This is delicious.
Do it.
You got this.
Do it.
You got it.
This was my first encounter with Swedish food, and I'm really disappointed. I thought I would love it. I love food. I love to try new things, and I love trying everything new. But I think that I will have more opportunities to try other food, and I will like it. I hope, at least.
Everybody grab a tube. Take a tube.
Don't take the pickles.
Pickles are staying. All right.
Seeing the Koffert for the first time was amazingly inspiring. It just makes the whole experience very real and very in the present. I've dreamt of the first Koffert and what it would be like, and the feeling of seeing it was amazing.
Let's check this out. Here it is.
What do we got, man?
Dear Americans, you have now opened your first America coffert. In a trunk like this, many of your forefathers used to pack everything they wanted to bring on their journey to their fresh start in America. Today's coffert contains key boxes, the keys to your past. I'm gonna try to pronounce this. Rhododendron?
Rhododendron.
Thank you, rhododendron, much better. People from all over the world are traveling to Helsingborg this time of year to visit the spectacular rhododendron garden at the castle of Sofero.
Wow.
Music from the Sounds, Helsingborg's rock royalty.
Cool.
Ashley, you are here on a mission to find out as much as you can to bring back to your grandmother, right?
Right.
Your family treasure chest is in the coffert. Take it. Take it.
Oh my gosh. I'm speechless. Like I don't know what else to say. This is like beyond anything I could have ever imagined, and I can't believe this is my life right now, and this isn't a dream.
That's all for now. Enjoy yourself, Anders.
What's in there? Me? Oh, thank you.
Andrew! It was really exciting to get the box with my name on it and have the key in my hand. It's like the key to my past, and I'm looking forward to using it to open up that box.
Okay, you ready? I'm ready for the sounds. All right.
That was.
Oh, yeah. That was amazing to hear that song again. It's been years since I was like a teenager that I've listened to the sounds.
When I heard the music, I instantly went into my punk rock days and I wanted to kick something and just mosh out. But I'm totally going to get on my Spotify.
When Ashley got her treasure chest, I was really excited because I know it's really important to her. And she's going to be able to go back and share what she finds out with her grandma, which is, from my understanding, very special to her.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to my special day more than anything. It's gonna be amazing. I want to open it now. I want to see what's in it. I want to know.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
I would describe myself as smart, artistic, outgoing, and just an all-around creative person. I've always had an interest in Sweden because my grandmother had kind of instilled some of those values and traditions in me from such a young age.
This is such a wonderful opportunity. I mean, really and truly, how many people get to see a country? I envy you. I wish I were 20 years younger.
Yeah. My relationship with Graham is awesome. We're very close. We do everything together, and yeah, she's great.
You're a natural for this. I'm living through your adventure.
Last year when I got married, Graham gave me her mother's engagement ring, and when she said that she wanted me to have it, I was so honored. It's definitely a symbol of our relationship and the bond that we have. And it's also a symbol of our connection to Sweden.
And this is from Magnus Eidvall. Magnus is the nice young man that came to visit my home.
1978.
Yeah,
Looks
that
like.
would be about right.
Graham and I have done some genealogy research, and we can get to a certain point, but as far as the people that stayed behind in Sweden, don't have much information. We don't really know much about their lives. So we have the names, but we don't have the stories.
Do you think this is how they celebrate in Sweden?
I would hope so. Probably even better.
Probably so.
Most likely.
My grandmother has had some health issues, and I want to learn everything I can and get answers to questions that we have before it's too late, or, you know, you never know with people. I want to find this stuff out while she's still quick-witted and all there, so I can get this information for not only her, well, most importantly for her, but for the rest of my family as well.
It seems like so long ago, but it's really not. I mean, if you think about it, Graham's grandmother, my grandmother's grandmother, like, came over from here. It seems like it's close now.
This could definitely be a life-changing moment. Dear Ashley, your story begins here in Nassum, a village where generations of your relatives have lived and still do to this day. In 1847, your great-great-great-grandmother, Karin Mattis's married Mattis Akeson, and they moved onto his parents' farm. But farming life was hard, and when their 4-year-old daughter, Kirsty, died in 1853, the couple announced that they would immigrate to America. What happens next remains a mystery. All we know is that Mattis left for America the next spring. Church books say he abandoned his family for America. Karin's life now becomes a pure struggle for survival. Twice she gives birth out of wedlock by 2 unknown men, to Hannah and Bengta. Graham and I always thought that Mattis was Hannah's father. Okay, well, maybe that's why we never had it as Mattis' daughter, but other family members have had it like that. In 1865, Karin moves into her sister's house in Nassum, a house still standing today. That's insane. Like 1865. I mean, I want to go see it. No way. Oh my God. It surprised me. It made me so happy to see that the house was so well preserved and still standing. Wow. This is so cool. Okay. I want to go in. It looks better than the picture. And I'm not like fully grasping like what I'm like seeing right now. Honestly, I wasn't expecting the house would even still be around or standing, and I got to walk around it and touch it, and it was an amazing experience. In 1866, without first divorcing Karin, her long-lost husband Mattis has been acquiring land and living the American dream. He marries another woman, becoming stepfather to 3 children. I mean, Mattis is kind of a dick. Back in Sweden, many in Nassum were now joining the immigration boom, including several of Karin's own family members. Hannah emigrated at 19 years old. Karin and Bengta followed her within the year to Council Bluffs, Iowa, where Hannah would marry and have children with a Dane named Neil Hansen. But Hannah's husband disappears suddenly, leaving her behind just as her mother had been left behind years before. Hannah and her children move in with Karin, who would never remarry and probably cursed her absent husband endlessly. But one day in 1893, love had its way in Hannah's heart. The hurt of her lost Danish husband was pushed aside the day she met the Swedish engineer Charles Anderson. He was a noble and caring man who accepted her children as a bonus, happily staying by her side for the rest of their lives. I think Hannah was actually like almost 10 years older than Charles Magnus, which I thought was interesting. She's a cougar. One of their 3 daughters, Mabel, was married in Los Angeles in 1923. Her bridegroom, Edward Budholt, put a beautiful ring on her finger that day, the very same ring you would wear on your own wedding day. In 1934, the couple Mabel and Edward celebrated the birth of their daughter, Carla, your Mormor. This is pretty much all of it's new to me except the last 2 paragraphs. Graham is not gonna believe me or anything I tell her about this day. Like, it's just so beyond anything I think either of us could have imagined I would be experiencing on this journey. I feel proud to be part of this line of these strong women that prosper after being dealt a shit hand, because that shows that, I don't know, you don't lay down and die, and you're a survivor, and you're tough, and of course I'm proud to be a part of that. I do feel more complete, filling in those missing pieces, filling in the blanks, getting answers, definitely feel more complete.
Hello. Yeah. Hi. Welcome to your first Swedish class.
Hello, teacher.
Thank you.
So, after spending a few generations in America, I'm afraid that you might have adopted that American idea that everything is possible. The sky is the limit. I can reach any goal I want because I'm special. In Sweden, we efficiently curb all such heresies. Today's lesson is about the law of Jante. In Swedish, Jantelagen. It's not a real law, it's more like 10 commandments. And the first and most important one is you are not to think you're anything special. In Swedish, du ska inte tro att du är något. Du ska inte tro att du är något. Class?
Du ska inte tro att du är något.
Great! Get that into your mind. That's true Swedish thinking.
Oh, it's sad.
Sorry?
It's sad.
It's sad.
Jantelagen is total garbage. You're important, and I'm important. We're all special and created in our own way.
The Jante law, it works like this. It's the average man surveying and holding back other average men to make sure that no one climbs any ladder, fulfills any dream, or makes a career. And this way, in extension, the average man also holds back himself, constantly keeping in mind you are not to think you're anything special. Class, du ska inte tro att du är något. Class.
In America, we push each other to shoot for the stars. So to come to Sweden and hear that that's completely not something they do was a little shocking and surprising. because I thought everyone wanted everyone to succeed.
In Swedish, satisfied content is nöjd. Very important word. Nöjd is the Swedish equivalent of nirvana. And you can reach it by practicing jante. Because when you're nöjd, you're happy where you are. You don't need to strive for anything more. And so you see, jante is not altogether a bad thing. It can be nice too. It's good enough. Nöjd.
Nöjd.
Nöjd, nöjd, nöjd.
Nöjd, nöjd, nöjd.
One more time. Nöjd, nöjd, nöjd.
Nöjd, nöjd, nöjd.
Some people want more. Some people want less. Some say heavier. The other one wants it lighter, I guess. Some say go faster. Some say go slow. Some say higher. The next one wants it low. Then they get discontent and bitter and gray. But I am nöjd, so I am always okay. Yes, I am nöjd, nöjd, nöjd. It's your turn.
Nöjd, nöjd, nöjd.
Right, one more time.
Nöjd, nöjd, nöjd.
Yes, I am nöjd. Thank you. Good night. God bless you. Thank you. More buns? Anyone?
Oh, you were allowed to.
Good. I thought I got you there. No, thank you. I'm nöjd. Very good. I'm impressed.
What should Sweden do about jantelagen? I'm not sure. I think it's time for change, and I think that they should make some new rules that foster creativity and allow them to innovate and and be the expressive, creative artists that I know that are here.
They're beanbags, yeah. We need to jump on those.
Yeah, go. Let's do it.
Oh, this is gonna be sweet. I am definitely ready for the beach.
Going through this adventure with like-minded people, we all have the same longing. The end result for every single one of us is to meet our family that we have never seen or known that they existed. So having that as a common denominator is a very humbling experience, and I'm very, very glad and I'm very proud that these are the people that I'm here with to experience this with.
You know, the sun sets in the west, so that's the direction they all headed, right into the sun.
Wow. I think that this adventure will change me. I don't know how, but I think that for sure, like journeying with 10 other people and going to different places in Sweden, it has to change me.
I think the only way we can start this is by immersing ourselves in this water so that we can immerse ourselves in this journey.
Yeah, I'm jumping in.
Oh, I'm jumping in.
It's kind of crazy that my great-great-grandfather went through this passageway and seen the same things that I could be seeing. It's kind of bittersweet because he left saying goodbye and never came back. I mean, at least I don't know like if he did or not, but I'm here to like come back for my family. I'm Dominique Jackson Russell. I'm 34. I have a 4-year degree from the University of Washington, and then I also have a law degree from John Marshall Law School. And I also have a software engineering degree, which I have a master's in, so I like paper. I was in the United States Navy for 8 years. I was in my 20s when I joined. I just decided after college that I was just gonna go to the Navy Recruiting Center and sign up, and that's what I did, and then I was shipped out. So I was deployed to Afghanistan. During that time, it was like a really active time where there was a lot of terrorists and a lot of explosives going on, a lot of deaths. When I got back from Afghanistan, I was kind of an angry person. Now I see life as like valuable. Not like I didn't see life as valuable before, but it does give you a different perspective to like live every day. Like it could be your last because you don't know what's gonna happen. So being deployed to Afghanistan has changed me as a person.
So it says, Detta är min dagbok över mina resor. So basically what it's saying is this is my journal.
I live with my wife, Shannon Kaufman, and my 2 dogs. Shannon's half Swedish. Her mom's full-blooded American Swedish. She lived in Sweden for a year in high school, and she can speak Swedish.
Från morgon till kväll. So they danced with music from the morning to night.
My type of guy. My great-great-grandfather, Jomer Eriksson, wrote the journal, which is my mother's great-grandfather.
Vi hade 12 dagar.
What I know about Jomer, which I don't know if it's true or not, is that he was orphaned in Sweden, and at the age of around 12, 11, he got onto a cargo ship to America. I don't know about why he left Sweden, and also I don't know how he met my great-great-grandmother. So I don't know if he was married to her before he left Sweden. That's what we're confused about.
Bye, love you.
Love you too. I don't know what I'm expecting in the letter, but I know that it probably will have to do with like tragedy or why someone had to leave this place, because it's beautiful. Like there's no reason why someone would want to leave this place unless there was like a dire need to leave. So I'm kind of expecting that's probably what's going to be the case, but who knows. Dear Dominique, your story begins in the spring of 1798 with the birth of Sophia Carolina Osling in Kolbäck Parish, Västmanland. Her father was a stable man at Strömsholm Palace, a horse breeding center since the Swedish Empire's glory days. Oh my God, it's beautiful. He probably would have been somewhere outside of the palace, just outside the walls with the horses, but who knows where it might, just right over there. It's amazing. Your family lived in a small cottage near this palace. Sophia was confirmed in 1812, age 14, but any residual joy was shattered when her mother suddenly died. Funeral records say the 52-year-old Kaisa's death came on quickly in the morning. Oh, wow, at 14, that's really young to lose your... just lost my dad. I couldn't imagine losing my dad or parents at 14. Like, it's crazy. Because Sophia was a minor, her uncle assumed guardianship. In those days, only widows could escape patriarchal guardianship, which otherwise passed from a father or a male relative to the day they married and a husband took over. In Sophia's case, that husband was Erik Nilsson, a farmhand foreman at Sundbyvik Farm in Tumbon Parish, Södermanland. Sophia went on to have 3 children, only one survived. Her son Anders Wilhelm, born in 1830. But the joy of his birth was again tempered for Sophia as her husband then died of gangrene. So sad though, gangrene, man, that's crazy. Like who gets that? Like not even in the military, he just gets it, like walking around in Sweden, you get gangrene. Desperate and confused, Sophia threw herself into the arms of the local shoemaker, Gustav Landholm. But he was clearly not the man of her dreams. Records show that they ended their relationship in anger before completing the wedding. Instead, Sophia developed feelings for another man, the 11 years younger tailor, Erik Carlson. They married on November 1st, 1833. But Sophia's life would not end well. Parish records show that Erik was reprimanded by the church council for being violent and drinking too much. That's crazy. That's very bad. Probably back then. When Sophia dies of pneumonia in early 1841, there's no official connection to her husband's violence, but the drama her husband brought cannot have helped. In 1848, her oldest daughter, Amelia, moves to Västerås, where she regrettably repeats the pattern of choosing the wrong men. In 1860, her son Carl is born out of wedlock, bringing society's shame on Amelia. The cycle repeats itself 3 years on, with the birth of another son, Jomer, which is my great-great-grandfather. Unmarried and impoverished, Amelia is left to raise her boys on her own. Things get worse when she contracts a serious eye disease in 1865. Jomer is just 2 when Amelia has to go on welfare support. By the next year, she is nearly blind. But through it all, she must have done something right. There are no records of the fatherless boys falling into trouble with the law. Blinded and impoverished, Amelia somehow proves herself a strong, responsible mother. Amelia dies in 1888. By then, Yelmer has already moved east. At 19, he takes a job on a ship in Stockholm. A seed was planted on one of his trips to America, and he moved there in 1885. Oh, so he went back and forth. Oh, wow. I didn't know that part. I thought he just went there and stayed there. So that's something I didn't know. Wow. He changes his name to Joseph Eriksson and eventually settles in Seattle, Washington. He meets a Swedish woman 6 years his junior, Hilma Soderstrand, also from Västerås. The daughter, Josephine, later marries Reginald Russell, and in 1962 they have Renee, your mama. It's pretty cool. It's amazing that she was like a strong single mother that raised 2 boys, and that just shows that we have strong women in our family still, so I'm happy about that, even though there's sorrow. Coming here today has really put the puzzle pieces together because, one, I get to stand where my ancestors stood, and just seeing the beauty and just seeing what they got to see was amazing. The biggest thing I'm bringing back to my family from this experience is the stories that I've seen and noticed, and also talking about the horse stuff, because my family is very connected to horses, so it's gonna be cool to bring that back and say, yeah, not only here, but also in Sweden, there's like a big connection, so that would be fun to tell them about and show them pictures.
När man tänker på utvandrarna så är det nog många med mig som föreställer sig Kristina och Karl-Oskar ombord på den där eländiga segelskutan och deras hemska överfart. Men de flesta av våra deltagares förfäder emigrerade efter 1860 då ångbåtstrafiken kommit igång och det var säkrare och det gick snabbare. Man kunde vara över på andra sidan på 14 dagar, vilket i och för sig är ganska lång tid ändå om ni frågar mig. Men på segelfartygens tid då tog det upp till 3 månader. 3 månader! Fattar det, ett helt kvartal ombord på en sån här eländig skorv. Och sen var det en del som aldrig kom fram. Deras skepp försvann, förliste på den blå Atlanten. Och i dagens tävling, säsongens första, så ska deltagarna leta efter pusselbitar till sitt förflutna bland drivved och vrakspillror på stranden.
Super excited. This is our first challenge, so this is what we came here for. So now I know that it's officially started and the journey starts, so let the best team win.
I am feeling confident about my team, but I'm also really nervous that the journey's just beginning. There's so much more to see. I want to know more. I want to get to the end and meet everyone.
Hello again.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay. The winning team today will be safe for a while. The losing team will have to meet again in an individual challenge to decide who will be the first to leave this year's Allt för Sverige. The good news is that won't happen today.
Yes.
So with this said, good luck! I dagens tävling måste deltagarna först knyta loss varsin spade. Det gäller sedan att skyffla sand för att i en stor sandhög hitta 9 stycken gömda pusselbitar. Pusselbitarna ska samlas på en plats och när alla 9 är hittade ska deltagarna lösa ett pussel som, om det läggs rätt, ger dem 5 olika koder. Koderna öppnar hänglåsen, som i sin tur öppnar kistan. I kistan finns fotografier på deltagarnas släktingar som de var och en ska sätta upp på en tavellist. Först lag över mållinjen är immuna i nästa veckas tävling.
Okay, so can we talk about this from the very beginning to the end? Our strategy here.
Okay, so the knots.
I'm really good with knots,
So
and I noticed that
And
the
he's
first one
tight
looked a
knot.
lot taunter,
Right.
and so I'll untwist that,
Okay.
get it done.
You should go last then because you're fast. And so if we are kind of falling
Falling
behind
behind.
you can tip with
Okay,
the pace.
okay.
It's not all about athletic ability here. It's about we got pieces to find in the sand, and you know there could be one piece that gets lost, more lost. So I think it's anyone's game.
We got to win. Let's start there, okay? We're going to win. Just choose it right now.
We're just gonna be heads down digging, and we're not gonna stop until you're like, there's 9, let's go.
Yeah.
I have 100% confidence that my team is going to do their best. And I truly believe in this group of 5, we can beat the other team, and we're gonna beat the other team.
I think we got this, guys.
Yeah, this sounds good.
Okay, let's line up how we're gonna go. Yeah. I don't want to say we're gonna win, but I know we're gonna win. So I feel sorry for the other team, but we gotta do what we gotta do. All right, guys.
Cool.
Let's go. Yeah.
Team Yellow.
1,
It's all about the attitude.
2,
Come on, you guys.
Woo!
Are you ready?
Yes.
Klara, färdiga, gå!
Go, 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 go! Come on, you got it! Go slow, go slow, twist, push! There it is, there you go! Nice! Got it, got it! Nice, 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 nice! Let's go, let's go! Nice, go, 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 go! Take your places. Start weaving it through. Oh, you got this. There it is. You got it. Andrew. Got it. Let's go. Pull, pull, pull. Get it, get it. Pull, run, run, run. Come on, man. You got this, buddy. All right, let's go. Keep going. One. Got one. Stop. Got one. Got one. Get 2, 3. Puzzle piece. Got one. Coming, coming. Got it. Get on your knees. It's easier.
I got 160.
Okay, I got one. I got this one.
Oh no, that one's gone. It says 3233. 3233.
You just hold 685. Got
We won! Purely because of the team. 100%. I could not be more proud of every single person on that team.
Good job, guys.
It's not the best feeling, but you just got to accept it and move on. There's basically two kinds of days you can have. You can have good days or great days, and today is just going to end up being just a good day.
Oh no, this is mine.
Not winning this challenge means one of my teammates is going home, and I could be that one. It sucks. I don't want to go home. It's my great-great-grandmother, Hannah.
The picture inside the frame, it was a very beautiful picture. That's one that I'm going to take home and absolutely share with my family and enjoy telling them the story about how I was able to dig this piece of information out of the sand off the beaches of Sweden.
Really? I've never seen like any of my family. I've seen this one before. I am so excited to be safe. Like I get to stay some more and find out more about my family. I got that picture. I just looked into the faces of those people. I've never seen that photo. I've never seen those people. We don't really have any photos, so just to look and see their faces and their eyes and know that they have a story and they were here at one point and what happened to those people. So I'm excited that I get the opportunity to find out more.
Okay. Good job, both teams. I think the photos could do as a prize, but I've got a better prize waiting for you just nearby, and I think you're gonna like it.
All right.
See ya.
Bye. See you.
I really wanted to come to this castle. We drove by it the other day. I said, oh, I want to go to the castle, the Sofia Castle. And then we drove by and I said, we're gonna go to the castle. And look at all the rhododendrons back there.
Look at the butterflies like fluttering. It's like a fairy tale.
I know, right? And we're Cinderella.
What is that?
What?
What the? Oh, wow. Oh my God.
When we walked around the corner, the first thing I saw was the man with the beard, and I said, that's my family.
No way.
I was surprised and so excited. I wanted to take off running just so I could meet her for the first time.
Okay. When I got close enough, I knew exactly who it was. Your last name is Eidvald?
Yes, Magnus Eidvald.
Do you remember my grandma?
Yes, I've actually seen her in 1977.
That's crazy. I have letters that you have sent that she saved. Like I have copies like with me. He was like 17 at the time. And now I'm here meeting him. I'm so overwhelmed and shocked and happy. I can't believe I just met him.
It's amazing that you came over. I felt like I was seeing someone who I knew. I felt like it was family. And this is a present from the whole family. Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
I'm Kyle. What's your name?
Robin.
Robin.
Nice to meet you.
Good color scheme, by the way, white and black.
Good thing we're matching for the
I know.
occasion.
You can tell we're related. You can tell.
Yeah.
I brought you a little welcome gift.
Wow.
Welcome to Sweden.
Thank you so much, but you're really my present.
You are mine.
And the whole family is.
What's your name?
Camilla.
Camilla? Oh, that's so pretty. So, oh my gosh, I'm so crazy.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I am just so excited. I never thought that this day would come, that I would meet my relatives. Like, I'm just like blown away. I'm like, my heart is so full right now.
And I didn't know about you.
I didn't know about you guys.
I didn't know
Well,
you
we don't know
existed.
about anybody in Sweden. Like, we have no contact with anybody.
No,
Yeah.
no, but you will learn now.
Var bor du?
Not so long from the building where your relatives are born.
Okay.
Västergötland.
Västergötland. I could tell she had so much to say. She had so much to say. And I know that there's a lot there. I have no idea what it is, but I know that there's a lot of stuff we need to talk about.
How are you?
Nice to meet you,
Good
man.
to meet you, too.
Yeah. I never know about I have any relatives in the U.S.
He didn't know I existed, and I knew that he was here, but I didn't know he as a person existed. I knew that there was family here in Sweden somewhere. There has to be, right? I've never met somebody who I've never met and had so much love for instantly, just because of the fact that we are family.
Do you have family?
I do. 2 boys.
Okay.
Leif and Björn.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Leif. I'm just what?
Yeah.
Leif is 8. Björn is 2.5.
Okay.
I didn't expect the volume of love in my heart for a stranger who I've never met.
I hope you win this game and see I can see you.
That's one of the most touching things that's happened in my life.
Can I just another hug? Oh my God, I can't believe this. You seem so warm.
And I picked this in the park for you. It's forget-me-nots.
Forget me. I will never forget this day. And you can always come to America because you always have family in Seattle. This meaning means that I have roots in Sweden. It's official. Today, I have roots in Sweden. Nobody can deny it. I have Camilla and other people, but we'll find out later about that. Root for me. Bye, Camilla. Thank you.
Oh, the time was up, and I hate that it was so short, but I hope to get to meet you and everyone else soon. Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. It was so great meeting you.
Bye. Bye. Well, we will meet again.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming here and spending the time.
Goodbye. So much, thanks. Thank you for coming.
It's an honor to meet you and a privilege, and this is just the start.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm definitely gonna win. This gives me all the motivation I need.
Wow. Wow. I feel like my head's gonna explode.
I think you would be the winner.
Now I have a face with a name, and that motivates me so much more. Because now I know I'm not fighting just for Graham and my family, but I'm also fighting for Magnus and my Swedish family.
Today was a good day.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Just seeing someone that personifies the family in Sweden is the most awesome feeling, and it just makes your heart grow.
Since our team lost the challenge, that means that one of us is going home. I tell you what, I don't want to blink. I don't want to miss a thing in Sweden. I don't want to go home just yet.
You want to win now. Before, it would be nice to win, but now you're driven to win because there's a face at the end.
It's so important that I stay and continue and learn more because Camilla is real. It's not just someone on a piece of paper. I hugged her. I have to win now. I gotta win.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Yeah.
What's going on in here?
It's dinner time!
Welcome to Swedish Dorm Life.
I guess Daddy paid today.
Daddy paid today.
I think the party tonight's gonna be a lot of fun.
I feel so blessed. That is truly a gift from God.
Klara, färdiga, gå!
It really scares me knowing that this may be my last day in Sweden.